Ten girls rescue met the bar, witnessing. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confess. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best to get spontaneous. I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my perk, nigga.
Yo, what's up, my brother? What's happening? Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis show. What's up, big bro? What you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. Just licking my wounds a little bit today.
Yeah, how about those Cowboys, man? I know that you wanted them to lose, but it did not work out that way for you, and I'm sorry. Well, I'm really not sorry.
Just to wear it today. And I'm going to go out and buy a Texas shirt tomorrow.
That's too funny. Yeah, OSU, by the way, beat BYU down 18.
Yeah.
Excuse me, down 18, came back and won. We're just a better team than them. That's just all it was. OSU's a better team.
Well, you should have won that game. I mean, they should have won. But that's why they play the game. Man.
Yeah, it is. And I will say that, the field goal kicker, dude, you get your field goal block. Your extra point block. Game's over. Game's over. You score 53 seconds left. The game's over, and you get your kick blocked. I'm like, it just bothers me when people. You got one job, and it wasn't even close. He kicked it right into the guy. I'm like, it wasn't even close. I just don't understand it. I really don't. But anyway, so Thunder tonight fall to the 76ers. Great comeback, by the way, by the Thunder. But the Thunder fall 127 to 123. Well, both of us are now 11-5. The Sixers tonight, 14 for 44 from three, 45% from the field, 49 rebounds, 38 pips, points in the paint, 12 turnovers. Thunder, 16 for 43, 43% from the field, 38 rebounds, 50 pips, 4 turnovers. If you'd have told me before the game the Thunder are only going to have 4 turnovers and lose, I would say you're out your damn mind. That's what I would say. But, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder outscored the Sixers 44-20. And one of the things that we've had with our coach is the simple fact that he plays too many players. He played 12 guys tonight. The Sixers only played 9. They had one guy that played not under 10 minutes. Everybody else played 20 minutes or more, or 15, whatever. Thunder, I don't understand. We have a developmental coach on a team that doesn't need to be developed anymore. Now, granted, he was great for what we were doing at the time, but we need a coach that can take us to the next level. He's not it. I'm sorry. I just don't want us to be like the San Diego Chargers. The LA Chargers, that you've got a coach that because your organization doesn't want to pay people, this is what you end up with. And the Chargers are an underachieving team because of that.
Because, they paid Billy Donovan, $7 million? Something like that? Wasn't that what he was making?
Yeah, I know, but that was his buddy.
Yeah, I know, but
that's his buddy.
It's not that they don't want to pay him. I think it's just that Presti wants somebody that he can control. That's just, his friend or his guy.
So Jerry Jones. He's Jerry Jones is what you're saying.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe he's a lot smarter about basketball than Jerry Jones is, but, about football. But,
Well, I don't know about that. Jerry's pretty sharp when it comes to football. I've been around him, dude. He's pretty sharp.
He's too loyal. He's too
now
loyal.
That, yes.
So, and Presti, I think Presti, I don't think to a point, he isn't like an Andre Robertson contract. That was a stupid contract. But, overall, he's really not that bad as far as, knowing when to cut a guy or trade a guy versus knowing when to keep a guy. Oh, well, obviously, other than Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, but we won't get into that.
No, we can't.
Hopefully Shea goes to Alexander too, but we won't get into that either.
Yes.
But yeah, so he's going to have a coach. His coaches are going to be guys that are clones of him. I'm telling you, that's what.
Yeah. Well,
I hate to say that, but it's true.
Well, I'm gonna say this: PJ Carlissimo, who was our first coach, I never liked PJ. I liked him early when he was with whoever he was. I forget who he was with before, but I didn't really like him as a Thunder coach. I think Dagnall would have been better at that point with Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and Harden Jeff Green and those guys. I think he would have been better developing them. But Scotty Brooks, I thought did a good job of coming in and putting them where they needed to be. But when it came to X's and O's and calling up plays, out of bounds plays, sometimes he was lacking in that area. Then Billy Donovan, I was like, what the hell is he doing as our coach? He came in with the college attitude, and he lost Kevin Durant in the third game. When Kevin Durant's scoring and you pull him out of the game, when he's just made 4 straight threes and he's on fire because you're into your rotation. There ain't no this NBA, this ain't college. There ain't no rotation. Your best player, one of the top 5 players in the league, is on fire. You don't pull him out. You let him keep going until he cools off. And you lost Kevin Durant right there. And the commander and I were at the game, and we looked at each other like, Kevin's gone. That was like the 3rd, 4th game of the season. We're like, he's gone. He's out of here. He looked at that coach, put his hand up, and walked by, and we're like, yeah, he's gone. He's not that. You pull me out right now for rotation? Are you kidding me? And this guy loves his rotations. Coach Dagnall loves his rotations, and he just, once again, in the third quarter, Chet is rolling. SGA he only had 4 points until like 4 minutes to go in the second half.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he only had 4 points. He only scored 4 points till 4 minutes to go. Then I think he ended up with, he scored, 33 tonight?
31.
31. Yeah, so he had 31. So he scored, what was that, 7 points, up to that point. He scored 7 points the last 4 minutes. But he just was off tonight. He never got started early. He does not get calls. Embiid gets the calls, and SJ gets hit like that all the time. And I'm like, really?
That's what I was going to look
this
at.
guy's
Discrepancy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's see. Foul discrepancy. It was only off by 1, but free throws was
huge.
thing.
Well, Embiid was 17 for 19.
Yeah, 37. So Philadelphia's 37 for 45.
Yeah.
And we were 21 for 26.
Yeah.
20 free throws.
20 points. That's 20 points, basically.
Yeah, and we lost by 4. So
but you know what? The bottom line is his rotations. Once again, why the hell is Jang on the floor? The same thing with Lindy Waters. Why is Lindy Waters on the floor? Why is Jang on the floor at all? At all.
I sent a text to a buddy, and in the second quarter, when it was up 8 minutes to go, we were up 8, and they were making that run. SGA was on the bench.
On the bench again.
About 7.5, 8 minutes to go, something like that. Embiid comes back in, and I sent him a text. I said, all right, here's what we've been talking about right here. If SGA comes back in the game right there, I think we're at least tied, if not ahead at halftime.
Correct. Probably ahead because we'd be in a nice groove.
Yeah, because by the time he comes back in the game, we're already down by like 1 or 2.
Yep, and they've already got momentum. Just like every game, the second quarter, we're ranked 20th in the league in scoring in the second quarter because of his rotations. 20th.
Now tonight, our offense sucked in the third quarter, but second quarter wasn't great either. But
yeah, but what I'm saying is we're ranked second in scoring in the second quarter because he doesn't understand flow of the game. He doesn't understand line. Clearly, I don't care what anybody says. You can look at it, and anybody who knows basketball will say the same thing. What the hell? Like a friend of mine texted me, and he's like, why in the third quarter Chet is rolling, we're rolling, and we got to run. And he calls timeout. Why are you calling timeout? That's their job to call timeout, not our job. So you can sub, so you can make a sub. We're rolling. What are you doing? I can see that if you're rolling, and it's the third quarter, and you're rolling, and you maybe want to put one of your best players back in the game or something. I can see that. But if I'm rolling, I'm not going to call timeout to even do that. I might put him on the side, and whenever there's a break, I'm going to put him in. But I'm not going to stop my team's momentum and call timeout. That's his job, the coach's job. So I just basically did his job for him. And then we never recovered. Chet pulled Chet out. We never recovered after that. The third quarter, we finally ended up coming back at the end. But, he just – his lineups are I just don't get it. Plus Isaiah Joe, I think, was pressing tonight because he wanted to really show them what they missed. And he was not very good from 3. And when you look at the stats from that, the shooting percentage, the stats today.
3 of 12. 3 of 12 from 3.
Yeah, where is it? Yeah, like the halftime box score. Here's the halftime box score. Speaking of that, the score, the Thunder were down, and here's the scenario. At this point, James played 6 minutes. Kendrick Williams 9 minutes. He's 0 for 2, 0 for 1, 1 rebound, 1 assist.
Well, not to mention the fact he's getting killed on defense.
Just getting killed. Just getting killed.
There was a point in time where he was on Embiid, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I understand you don't want to look bad because you put 3 first-round picks in this guy, and he don't want to make it. He's a bust. Right now, he's a bust. You need to leave him in the G League for another couple of years, but you're trying to play him in meaningful games. You can't play him against another top team. You can't do it. They only played 9 players. We played 12. Now, like you said, we understand why they played Bertans. You know what I'm saying? At this point, we played 10. And quite frankly, we should only be at 9, period. There's no reason to put anybody in there but 9. That's Kendrick Williams, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and Jay Will. I'm sorry.
But J-Dub out, you only play 9. If J-Dub's healthy, you play 12.
Well, J-Dub is healthy. We all know he did. When did he hurt his hip on the plane ride back?
Well,
the plane ride to Portland?
Why are they keeping him out?
Well, he hurt his hip.
I mean, did he really though?
I don't think he's hurt.
So why are they keeping him out in your opinion?
You know why they're keeping him out. I've said it a million times because if he brushed SJ off, you can't do that. You can't. That was the first time he did it. You brought it to my attention. I missed it.
Yeah.
But the second time at the end of the game, right there in front of everybody in the corner when SJ asked for the ball and then walked over to him to come get it with both hands and he pushed him away.
Yeah.
He hadn't played since then.
Oh man,
He has not played since then.
Complete off. Well, different direction. But did you see the first quarter, that last possession? What the hell are they doing?
I don't know.
James, did you see that? That was awful.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why FCA gave it up, to be honest.
Well, because they doubled him, and he was making the right play, but Jane just went flying down the court with 6 seconds left and threw up something. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, let's be honest. If K. Rich or Wiggins are out there, they probably make the shot.
Well, first of all, they're not going to shoot the ball with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Right, because they're gonna take it down. Didn't they end up scoring?
You're not doing that. But he caught the ball and ran right to the basket. He had no idea of what the situational basketball was at all at that point. He just did.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, didn't they go down and score on the other end before the half?
Yeah.
Quarter. Sorry.
So there you go. That was the end of that. But when you look at the overall box score, here's what you were talking about. Wiggins 20 minutes, Joe 26 minutes, J Will 26 minutes, Kaysen only 14 minutes because you gave those minutes.
I didn't like that, but Kaysen wouldn't be. I didn't like his lack of aggressiveness tonight. He's
a rookie. He played like a rookie.
I know. Yeah, he did. He hadn't played, which is out of character for him.
No, he's a rookie.
Well, let me rephrase it. It's out of character of how he's been playing. How about that?
But he's a rookie. They're going to be like that. They just are. But my point is, he only played 14 minutes and you gave Jang 8. Now, Bertans, you and I both agree, Bertans, because, we needed somebody then. That free throw he missed was huge. Because if he makes that free throw, even when Embiid makes those free throws, we're only down 3. But because he missed, that made us down 4.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, you know what I'm talking about? He got fouled. Embiid fouled him shooting a 3, which that's a Dort foul. I'm like, what are you doing, Embiid? Fouling a shooter, a 3-point, and then Bertans that. But you know what? The problem with Bertans is he doesn't play enough. I know he's a shooter, but he doesn't play enough to have any kind of rhythm whatsoever. He didn't play enough to have a rhythm.
If you're a shooter, you got to play a lot.
You got to play. You got to get into rhythm. He doesn't get into rhythms, but he was 1 for 2 from 3, 1 for 3 overall, 5 points. But I agree with you. He did play, but Isaiah Joe 4 for 14, 3 for 12. He just kept shooting.
He just had, but you know what? You got to. I mean, he's been hot lately.
I agree, but the problem was the whole thing is once you get out of rhythm, Nathan, and I tell my kids this all the time. I've always told them, I was told this by my coach Dave Smith, who passed away, by the way. condolences to the Smith family. He's the one that started Midwest Trophy, and he was my coach. Anyway, he would always tell me, if you start missing shots, get fouled, go to the foul line and get your rhythm.
Sure.
And he only shot 2 free
Well,
throws.
didn't Joe? He took his only two pointers in the second half, right? So he was I think he was trying to do that. He just
got out. He never was in rhythm because he was trying to really push himself to show them what they had missed, what they let go. That's what he was, and he just got out of rhythm. He just did. And Kaysen didn't play well. Dort, was doing what Dort does.
dumb foul.
Dude, what the hell, man? He just fouls 3-point shooter. He just can't help himself.
On that 3-pointer. Oh gosh.
But the biggest foul was Isaiah Joe fouling Maxey with 1 second on the shot clock. We had him down. Why are you even just move it? He was running. It was kind of hard for him to stop. But bro, you got to understand the situation. Josh Giddey, I thought Josh played pretty well considering the circumstances. I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I thought he played pretty well. 7.7, 10.7 rebounds, 8 assists. I thought he played pretty well. I just
speaking
did.
of that, did you see the quote from the coach at the beginning of the game? Or before the game? They asked him about it in an interview, and he says, they asked him if Giddey was going to play, and he's going to be available, and he said yes, and then he says, quote, it's not really even a decision, to be honest with you. So, I mean, that tells me right there. And he says, they asked him about it a little bit more, and he says, well, that's a league matter. We're not worried, or we're not going to pursue that. So, well, not pursue it, and that's not what he says. All the words in his name. Basically, he just said it was a league matter.
Right.
So that makes me think that at this point, now things could change, but at this point, they're not really too worried about it at all.
I don't think they're worried about it at all. Because when he was shooting up, I'm like, they've already done their investigation. He's fine. The problem is, to me, it's the optics.
Yeah, the horrible.
But the fans were supportive tonight of him. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was watching the introductions, and he got a good introduction.
I think what happened is that people realizing, hey, it must not be that bad if he's playing. I think that's because people know how the Thunder are, dude. If it's questionable, you're not Oklahoma City Thunder. You're not playing for the Thunder. If you're doing anything wrong legally, you're not playing for the Thunder. That's a fact. So, but anyway, when you look at these stats right here, Nathan, I mean, we just did not play well. I mean, we just didn't play well. I mean, we just didn't.
No.
I mean,
we said SGA didn't have a good game, but man, I'll tell you what, for anybody else, that's a good game.
Yeah, but see, the problem is,
for him,
the problem is this: we're not going to win if Chet's scoring 30 points and SGA is not. You know what I'm saying? If SGA has 30, like when we beat, who was it to beat SGA? Chet had 36. SGA had 40.
Yeah,
I forget who. Golden State. When SGA is rolling, we can win. We're not going to win. If he's not rolling, we're not going to win. The chances of us go down. It doesn't matter if Chet's rolling. It doesn't matter who's rolling. If he's not rolling, we're not going to win. Like, I saw this article talk about MVP, the top MVP candidates. And, by the way, let me check on something real quick. Okay, SGA played 36 minutes. Joel Embiid played 37 minutes tonight. And so that was pretty close. But anyway, I saw this. SGA is fourth right now in MVP voting or MVP odds, whatever you want to look at. And they were throwing down his stats, which were just insane. He's had has 3 40-point games, 9 30-point games, and what was it? It was like 12. Yeah, it was like 12-something 20-point games plus. He's only had one game that he played bad. What was that? I forget what game he only had 9 points. Was that Nuggets?
That was 8 for 20 game, I think.
Was that Nuggets? No, he only had.
Yeah, it was one of the ones we got blown out in. I can't remember if it was the Nuggets or what other team did blow us out. I forget.
I think it was the Nuggets. I think it was Nuggets. And then he came back and blew up after that. But my point is this. If he's not rolling and he's not in sync and he's not scoring and he's not getting calls because he only shot, how many free throws did he shoot tonight?
He actually shot 10.
But he shot those at the end. He shot 6 at the end when it didn't count. and he got hit a couple times. And I'm like, you're giving that to Embiid, and you're not giving it to SJ. Come on.
Oh, giving it to Maxey. They're giving it to Maxey.
I gave it to Maxey too, and I'm like, really? But once again, it's Nick Nurse versus Mark Daigneault. Okay, I'm sorry, that's what it is. It's one coach versus the other coach. One they don't respect, and they're like, okay, he's whatever. They have no respect for one, and one they do. And no matter what you say,
the Kings game that SGA played a little. Wasn't that the Kings game? By the way, sorry.
no, the Kings game he played.
He had 33, but he was 14
but he played bad. Yeah, he didn't play good. Which 14 for 25? That's terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible, isn't it?
For him, though, it's not good for him. It's not good for him. That's a fact.
In the Pelicans game, he was only 8 for 20, so that's probably one of the ones you're talking about.
Yeah. My thing with our team is, I've said this last year, we're going to win in spite of this coach, not because of. And I said at the very beginning of the year, the difference between us being winning 48 games and 52 games or 53 games is him. Mm-hmm. How many games is he going to help us win versus games we're going to have to win despite him?
Well, we've had, 3 this year already?
Yeah, 3.
Right?
Yep. Because of his
Pelicans
lineups.
Game, the Warriors game, and then today's
the Kings game.
The Kings game. So Kings game, the Pelicans game, and this game.
Yep. The Thunder game here that we lost to Golden State, that was because we didn't have SGA. And I knew, and everybody who knows anything about basketball, us being up 136 to 133 with a minute 40 seconds to go and the ball, we were not going to win that game because SGA was not here. We weren't going to win that game. I'm sorry.
We had our closer J-Dub in the game, though.
Well, we had J-Dub. We had the closer. We had his closer.
Yeah,
we had
right.
Daigneault's closer. We didn't have the Thunder closer. We had Daigneault's closer.
I find it funny, though, that he waves SGA off and doesn't play for 3 games. I find that kind of funny because that kind of changes my mind a little bit about, hey, like, dude, you can't do that. Like,
well, I think Sam Presti said, hey, bro, you mean because what you basically did on TV, okay, on TV, is SGA came up there and you waved one of the top 5 players in the league off.
Like, yeah, you can't put our plans out there for everybody.
You can't put our plans out there. You made it obvious what we're doing. Okay, can't do that. We like to keep everything on the cut, close to the vest. We don't want everybody knowing, and that's exactly what he did. But the only reason why he did that is because Coach Daigneault allows him to think he's on the same level as SGA. That's the only reason. Because if you don't respect the best player, you know you don't have to because of the coach or whatever reason. You know you don't have to do that. Now, that being said, if J-Dub is playing, we probably beat these guys tonight.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we do because you have that extra guy that can score when everything is kind of going crazy. You have another guy that can produce. But if he thinks he's on the same level as your best player, and he's given the impression or the feeling like he's gonna be the man, which is exactly how he was acting. That's exactly how he acted.
Different positions. But would you say Tyrese Maxey would be number 2 on our team? Is anybody on our team better than Tyrese Maxey other than SGA?
No.
No, yeah, I didn't think so. I was going to say because if you saw how they played, I mean.
Well, Chet is our Maxey now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's where I was going.
Chet is our Maxey.
But I think obviously Tyrese is a little bit better than him right now.
Yeah.
And it's different positions, so it's hard to.
But you remember though, it took Tyrese Maxey 3 years of getting rid of James Harden.
Yes, and also, so I say that I think if you look, and I could be wrong when I say this, but I think at least either Maxey or Embiid played the whole game.
No, they both played the same amount. Embiid played.
No,
I told you.
I'm talking about either one of them was in the game all the time. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Maxey played 40 minutes, and Embiid played 37.
Yeah, so they had one of them in the game.
And the most we had was SGA at 36, Chet at 31, and everybody else in their 20s, middle 20s.
Yeah, so and I guarantee there were stretches on the game where both of those guys were sitting on the bench.
Yep, 36-31. Josh played 25. Jay Will played 25. Joe played 25. They had, let me see, their starters. Here's what their starters played. Batoon, 32 minutes. Harris, 31 minutes. Impede, 37 minutes. Melton, 30 minutes. Tyrese Maxey, 40 minutes. That was their starters. Our starters played 24, 13, 31, 25, 36, and 25.
Yeah, that's awful.
That's what their starters did compared to ours. All their starters played a minimum of 30 minutes. But once again,
in this game, to me, SGA's got to play 40 minutes. You know, if we had J-Dub, he'd probably play 40 minutes too.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But that's my point. He shouldn't play the same number of minutes as SGA.
That's right.
Okay, that's my point.
In a game like this, your starters got to play
30 minutes.
Yes.
All of them have to play 30 minutes, but he's a minutes manager. Like my friend called him last year. He goes, "You mean?" Because I was talking about the 30. He goes, "Oh, you mean the minutes manager?" That's exactly what I said. What? He's the minutes manager. He manages people's minutes. That's what he does. He thinks he's still in the G League. He manages people. He goes, the way he coaches the Thunder like the G League team because they were successful in the G League coaching that way. That's how he coaches.
Some of the I'm going to be interested to see, and I hope I'm going to say if, but I think it's when we make the playoffs this year. I mean, I hope it's when, not if. But
we're gonna make the playoffs in spite of this dude. I promise you. Because okay, hold on. Okay, let's go. What are we in right now? 11-5, right?
11-5. Yeah,
okay, we're 11-5 through 15 games, right?
16 games. 16 games.
Whatever. Okay, 15, 16 games, whatever. Let's be. I mean, I forgot you're a damn banker. My bad. 16 games.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, so there is basically we are fifth.
We're tied the
sixth.
last column.
No. I'm saying we're 1/6 part of the season gone, right? So there's 6 more. There's 6. What do we have? How many games are left? 82 games.
Minus 16, so
64? 65. 66 games. So 66 games left. So in the next 16 games, we go 11-5. So that makes us 22-10, right?
Hey, you were close. We're 1/5 of the way through the season.
Anyways, we would be at 22-10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we would be at 33-15, right?
Yeah.
Then we would be at, if we keep the same pace, then we would be at 44-20. And then ended up, what? 55
and
21.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
Take your pick there. 55 and 26, probably somewhere in there.
Yeah. So, which is where I predicted. That's right around that, but I don't think, I think we'll be somewhere around. We're not going to continue at this pace. And right now, the point is he's cost us 3 games. So in reality, we should be at 14-2. Yeah, 14-3. 13-3. I think we should be about 13-3 right now, or 14-2.
Yeah.
That's where we should be if he was the right coach.
Hey, you know what? So we're still 1 game out of the loss column and number 1 in the West.
No, I understand all that, but that's, to me, like I said, we're winning in spite of him, not because of. So let's go ahead and take
and like I said, when we get in the playoffs, it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the rotations. If he does the same thing, we're going to lose in the first round.
No question. He cannot, the whole thing is you played against a top team who wanted to win a game on the road. They played 9 guys. Really, they played 8. Their starters all played a minimum of 30 minutes because he's trying to win. Because he's trying to win a game that they need to win. They can't afford. They're chasing Boston. They can't afford to throw away games. Okay, they're trying to win every game they can.
First round, say we're a 3 seed. Say we're a 3-6 matchup, or even a 4-5. 3-6 or 4-5. If we get beat by the 6th seed and we get beat handily, like 4-1, 4-2, and his rotations are the same, that would be. Now, I'm not saying because Presti's not going to fire Summer Zimmer.
Preston's not going to fire him. He's not going to get fired.
Okay, but if we lose like that and he keeps the rotations the same and we just get killed, that is the perfect opportunity to get rid of him. And if they don't, they're going to have a problem.
This is the problem. He has an NBA, he has an MVP player on his team. He does not know how to coach. This is the inherent problem of Mark Dagnall. He does not have to. He does not know how to coach a guy he can't develop. He's a developmental coach with a team that's already developed. And he's playing the players to keep developing them. That's why Jang is on the floor. That's why he plays Lindy Waters 6 minutes. If that's what you're playing, why the hell are you playing at all? Why the hell are you playing at all? Now, the Sixers did play somebody 10 minutes or, whatever he played 10 minutes, because he came in and sub in there. But for the most part, he's in there 3 minutes and pull him out because he's giving somebody a break. You're playing Jang. You're not giving a break to someone, and then Reed is not on the court giving up points while he's on the court. And you give all that plus minus all you want to. All I know is I'm sitting there watching him not be able to drive. People taking him to the basket, scoring because he can't defend. That's what I'm watching. And in my world,
and the thing do you remember that play where he sagged off? He sagged off Patrick Beverly and hit that three. I'm like, dude, do you not know Patrick Beverly can shoot a three? I mean, he's pretty good.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. So let's take this opportunity, nice break, to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. Appreciate the guys over there, Russell Williford and Brandon, for taking care of me, keeping us up and running. SRB, if you have any needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, contact Smith, Roberts, Boschwalder. Those guys are great. Contact my guy, Mark Long. In fact, his son's team, Iowa, his son goes to Iowa. He's in dental school there, and Iowa, by the way, are going to play Michigan in the Big Ten championship. I don't know how close.
They're gonna get killed.
Yeah, and Harbaugh will be coaching that game. So yeah. That's about it.
They might score 3 points in that game.
Yeah, that's something like
might
that.
not score any.
Might not score. Then of course YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Hey, you got it right.
Pretty good.
Took you long enough. How many shows have you done? 15.
Not how you start, it's how you finish, Matt.
They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main location at 401 Elm and see our guy Nathan Taylor. Or, hey, if you want to go and see the Horn Man or Carson. Got to see his kids the other night at the game, and dude, it was good seeing them. I haven't seen those kids in 2 years or something, it seems like. YNB East, which is
you
off.
want to hear a funny story? Oh, go ahead and finish. I'll tell you a funny story.
YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 39th Street or 66, however you want to look at it. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. YNB Peoples, which is off 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And, of course, our newest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency. Dude, in fact, I'm sicker than a mother, man. I met him yesterday, and we went to Hudson's. Oh, I feel like, oh, man, my head is still hurting. I felt like crap all day. My chest is hurting, all that smoke. Oh, dude, it's terrible, man. So many people smoking cigarettes. It's like, oh.
Don't you know you can't do that when you get old, man?
Well, no, when you don't smoke.
Well, that's true.
When you don't smoke and you're just inhaling smoke, oh man, it's terrible, bro. Age ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just, man.
I thought you were drinking too much. That's what I thought.
No. I can't really drink that much anymore. Remember, 4609 Southeast 29th Street in Dale City, Oklahoma. You can call them at 405-670-2424 for quotes, or you can go in and see them Monday through Thursdays from 9 to 5, Fridays from 9 to 1, closed Saturdays and Sundays. Proudly serving the Mid-Dale area since 1982. The Mark Pemberton Agency, and of course, DT Construction and Consulting. Our guy Drew Hinthorn. You can call him for any needs. They do quotes. They can do demolition. They can remodel. They can paint. They can do whatever the things that you need to do. Contact my guy Drew Hinthorn at DT Construction and Consulting. 405-209-4051. DT Construction 2015 at Outlook. That's where you email him. They're respectful, local, and loyal. Hit my boy Drew up so that he can holler at you. So now, what were you getting ready to say about our guy?
So one of these, oh man, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6. I go to a game with my wife. We're sitting in a Randy's seat, and Carson goes, and he brings the 2 kids, and Joe is the other one. Horn Manning player.
Oh.
And Joe is sitting next to Carson's daughter, and they bring up the kiss cam, right? And yeah, no, and Joe looks at Carson's daughter and was like smiling, and she looks at him and goes, "Yeah, no, thank you."
Wait a minute, they were actually on the cam?
No. They weren't on it, but he was like, "Hey, it's the kiss cam." She's like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
Oh, leave Joe alone, man. Leave Joe alone.
No,
Don't be mean to Joe. You can't be mean to Joe. Come on, man. That's mean. Probably something to it, but you gotta be nice to our boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude. I love.
Yeah, he is. You guys, y'all just be talking trash to everybody there at the bank, don't you? Does anybody?
Well, that's what we do. Now we all talk trash to each other, man. That's what we do.
I'm glad I'm never over there at the bank where y'all can talk trash to me. That's all.
Well, you're about to be. You're about to be next Thursday.
Oh yeah, I am, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
I forgot. My bad. I forgot. That's what I'm going with. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, bro. That is
Hey, did you get your microphone bought yesterday and your Black Friday stuff bought yesterday?
Yeah, got my stuff done yesterday, but I started thinking about it, about us coming. No, what I bought is a second camera and a stand.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I got all that done yesterday. Saved myself $7. It was actually $71 and something. That's what I saved.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I upgraded and got a nicer camera and the stand and everything, the light and everything. Yeah, and I upgraded and saved $71. $71.
Yeah, so what you're telling me is I get the old broke down camera and you get the new one, right?
No. The camera is for the second camera because I'm going to use when I go to the barbershop and to the in the Georges. So that's what the second camera's for. Because a lot of guys, you can't really see them, you can hear them, but you can't see them in the shop. So I'm gonna have the second camera so you can see them while they're talking, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then if we go to another, if we're at Cat's Tavern or something, or we're at wherever we're at, even at Rococo's or anywhere we're at, we need a second camera. You can see the crowd and see people there going on. So that's why I got the second camera. But I thought about bringing it to the bank, and I'm like, you can't use a second camera at the bank because we can't be showing people at the teller getting money.
Yep.
So that makes no sense for the bank. But everywhere else I can use it. So I'm looking forward to getting those in. I think I get them on I think it said the 4th, something like that, 3rd, 2nd, next week, sometimes 2nd, 1st, Friday. When's the 1st? Friday?
First is Friday.
Yeah, so I'll get them next week. So anyway, I'm sure everything's on back order right now. It's going to be tough to get anything. All the ordering and stuff got done. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm excited about that. Appreciate everybody taking care of us and getting that done. And then also, guys, hey, go ahead and go to YouTube and search After the Storm, OKC Thunder postgame. And please subscribe, hit notification button for us to give us some support there on YouTube. And also, if you want to watch it anytime, you can go to mcsportsnetwork.com. And by the way, starting next week, Nathan, we will be probably for sure on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay. Cool.
So people will be able to get with us. Now, I will say something, Nathan, I saw that I thought was pretty cool for the Thunder. Our defensive rating. And I thought, wow.
Yeah. I said, was it 101 something or another?
Points allowed 101.8. We're number 1. And remember, we're 7th in scoring.
Yeah. That's pretty good, man.
Yep. Field goal percentage 40.1, 40.4, which is first. I should have put a 1 by all these. Steals and blocks 16.17, number 1. Turnovers, number 1. And defensive rating 101.3. Now, that's turnovers forced, not turnovers that we've done. That's turnovers we forced. It's average of 17 and a half a game. And quite frankly, I got to give it up to the Thunder staff because, like I said, the 3 things the Thunder had issues with were, 1, we needed shooters. Clearly, we're shooting the ball good.
Oh,
the
man,
second,
number 1 in the NBA, 3-point shooting, right?
The second thing is perimeter defense. We've got to cut down on giving up open shots, and we've done those 2 things. And then the third thing is the defensive presence in the paint. And we still have not gotten there yet because offensive rebounds are just killing us. We gave up, 17 offensive rebounds tonight? And it's just – but it's all about who he has in there. And I thought playing Chet and Jay Will tonight, which we've all been wanting to see, you, me, the commander, Drew, Nathan, Ben, we've all been wanting to see Chet and Jay Will together out there on the court. And I thought Chet played much better with the big body there with him because he doesn't get, because Embiid was just killing him in the first half. Everybody's like, well, he's, every time, he did good against Embiid. No, he didn't. Embiid killed him. Killed him.
I mean,
now,
let's go ahead and say that Embiid kills everybody.
Yes, agreed. No, 100%. But, I know in the broadcast, I kind of listened to it a little bit, and they were like, Chet stood up. No, he didn't. Embiid wore his ass out.
Yes.
Wore him out. Wore him out.
You think, and again, I don't know if this correlates, to be honest with you, Matt, because we've seen Chet have that 36-point game against Golden State.
Yeah, 33 tonight.
Do you think that in this game, with Jay Will being out there so much, he doesn't have to work so hard on defense?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because he like we've said all along, Jay Will, when Jay Will was on Embiid's Jay Will, he wasn't pushing him down low. He was having to shoot fadeaways. He wasn't going to the basket and pushing him underneath. There wasn't none of that going on like he did with Chet. None of that was going on. You know what I mean? He's not backing him down. Jay Will ain't backing Jay Will nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He's a solid wall. But, him not playing as much, you could tell on his three-point shooting, it's not because he missed a huge three. Wide open. That was a huge three that he missed. So, but once again, he's not playing guys to keep them in long enough to keep in rotation. Jay Will should be playing 25 to 28 minutes a game, without question. He should never be at 18, 17, 11 minutes. He should never be there. He should always be in the high 20s. But once again, when you watch a veteran coach versus a coach that's a minutes manager / developmental coach, you see what they do. One understands, hey, look, this is what we got to do. This is a game that we could possibly. This is a 50-50 game, is what they call it. This is a game you can win or lose. If you lose, it's okay because we lost to a good team. But if we can get one, let's get one. And that's the way they came in. They were aggressive from the very outset. We were passive from the very outset. They were aggressive, which is why they were getting foul calls. And so, as a team, you've got to understand what you're doing. Our coach is playing Jane. The hell? You play Lindy Waters lap. What are you doing? We're trying to win. This is a 50-50 game. You gave away this game by playing who you play in the rotation. But what have we said all along, Nate? Nathan, he gives away games because of his rotations. And Randy has been griping about that since last year. His rotation. He says the same thing every time. Rotation. That's what the commander says. Every single time he talks about his rotations. Because they're terrible.
What do they say in every sport that I've ever heard of? It's all about matchups.
It's all about matchups.
The matchups are going to be horrible.
Yep. And then at the end of the game, look who he had on the court. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is this, but you had guys that can play defense except for Bertans. Because when Chet knocks down a three, he's backing up going, yeah, look what I did. And he goes, oh, crap, I've got to go play defense. Yes, you do. And what did Embiid do? That hesitation, you backing up, allowed Embiid to go get the inbounds. Instead of you knocking down the three, getting on Embiid right away, you backed up because you're too busy celebrating stuff, not understanding situational basketball. He makes that shot. He should have immediately been right. As soon as he made the shot, he should have went up on Embiid instead of bouncing back to half court and then going. You can just see him like, oh, no, I got to stop. And by the time he got there, Embiid had the ball, and all you could do is foul him. Like, bro, you got to understand what's going on. You just knocked down a huge three, yes. Get there on him and don't let him get the inbounds play. But once again.
Yeah, he's a rookie, man.
No, 100%. No, 100%. No, just like, remember, we talked about him when he was trying to, I said, remember when he went down and he pissed SJ off, remember? Was that game 2, 3, or 4? When the game was at the end and he grabbed the rebound and SJ's like, bring it out, and he rose up and he was like, whatever. Since then, Chet hadn't made that mistake again.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I think Chet's going to be, I'm obviously it's 16 games, man, but I've been pleasantly surprised.
Dude, he is, I will now say that our duo is SGA and Chet.
Yeah,
I'm willing to say that, what I've seen is At first, Chet was playing like the guy I thought. Still, dude, quit trying to go behind the back and get all fancy with the ball. Give up the damn ball. You can't. He bounced it off his foot at a critical time tonight too. Dude, just pass the damn ball. In the third quarter, SGA wasn't on the floor. He's trying to go behind his back. Ball went off his leg. You know, I'm like, pass the ball. But once again, why isn't SGA in the game in the fourth quarter? Why isn't SGA in the game? I don't understand his mentality. It's a chess match. When their best player comes in, you automatically bring in your best player, but you brought in Dort. Then 2 minutes later, you bring in Isaiah Joe. And SGA is sitting there like looking at you like, you can see him leaning like, bro, what? Why am I not on the floor? They have their basic starting five out there, and I'm not on the floor. Dude, minutes manager he is. Dagnall is a minutes manager. He is great at that, and he's go back to the G League. Because that's what he is. He's a G League coach.
We got 3 of those 50-50 games coming up this week. It's a tough week, man.
Yeah, but the whole point is that, well, here, speaking of that, here are the games right here that you're talking about. The next 10 games, okay? The Thunder won 6 in a row and then lost today. Then, okay, Tuesday, we're at the T-Wolves. Thursday, the Lakers at home, which is...
We should win that one. But
and then Saturday night is the Mavs at the Mavs. Ooh, dude, you know what? Isn't that the Big 12 championship game?
Could be, yeah.
Do they know what time it is yet?
You talking about the Mavs game? The Mavs game is let's see, Thunder Nuggets. I'm sorry, I'm looking. It's an 8 o'clock game. You're talking about what time the Big 12 championship is?
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, 11 a.m. Oh my God.
Of course it is.
Oh my God.
It's always the first game.
Oh
you know
my
why?
God.
Because we're the worst conference.
Oh my God, dude. Oh
Because
my
the Big 12 is the
God.
worst conference. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, bro. Oh.
SEC.
All I can tell you is this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna send them to the SEC just like we did y'all with an L.
All right. Okay.
That's what's gonna happen. Texas going to SEC with an L just like OU did.
All right.
Go on. See you later. But anyway, oh man, now that's something I need to look into.
Well, you gonna try to go both?
Yeah, go to the game that morning and again go to the Mavs game.
Dallas?
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Thunder game, going to the OSU game in the morning, because by the time you get back to Dallas, it'll be, by the time you get back to town from Arlington after the game, it'll be 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And time to get there, you spend the night in Dallas anyway. So by the time you get there, you spend the night, go back, get time to get back to the hotel, get fresh, change clothes, whatever, go eat dinner, and then go to the Mavs game.
Oh, that's a perfect day. Perfect day. Oh man, look at that steal by Jalen. I'm just watching the fourth quarter.
And so anyway, and then of course, December 11th at the Jazz at home. So these next 5 games, really the next 3 games are going to be pivotal because they're all against the Western opponents. And the standings, even though they're not up to date right now, because I know that they haven't done all the standings.
You want me to give you up to date?
Well, I'm going to see if I can pull it up here and then.
Got it right in front of me if you want it.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to pull it up so the people can see what we're talking about, and then we can change it up if there's, you know what I'm saying. And by the way, guys, don't forget, December 12th is coming up. Vote Big League, keep Oklahoma City Big League by voting yes. And dude, now what is the deal, Nathan? And Randy told us it's if you got Oklahoma City trash
utility.
If you have Oklahoma City utilities, you can vote, right?
Yep.
In other words, if you're
Oklahoma City utility bill for trash, water, sewer, whatever, which is all the same, but yep. If you get Oklahoma City utilities, you can vote.
So you don't get Oklahoma City utilities, do you? Or do you?
I do. I do, yeah, for sure. Yep, sure do.
Do you know that I do not have the NBA standings?
I got them, man. Okay.
Well, I know you do, but that doesn't help our audience, people that are watching. It does not help them. And how the hell do I not have the standings up here?
Here, you want me to shoot them to you in text right quick?
No, I mean I have them. I just don't know why they're not on my thing here.
Let's see. We're on the league. Dude, we have the 4th best record in the league, not just the Western Conference. That's crazy.
Dude, really? Why do I not have that? Why do I not have that on here? I mean, I should have that. I've done the standings. Have we not done the Thunder standings the whole time? Seeing where they were?
I guess not. We
Wow.
Did you do a show the other night, by the way?
No.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't do blowouts, man. I don't do blowouts, dude. I just don't. You're gonna see how I create stuff though, because I'm getting ready to create this real quick, and you can see it on the screen while I'm creating this real quick.
I'm on the computer. I can't see your screen.
Okay, well, I'm doing a graphic right now, pulling everything up on the screen so people can see it. I'm creating that stat right now that we talk about the standings, which I don't know why the hell I don't have those on here. That makes zero sense why I don't have the standings.
Dude, Houston. Oh man, you were right about Houston. I was wrong. They're playing pretty good.
Then where's my standings at? I don't. Wow, I don't know why I don't have those on there.
Hey, you think Billy Donovan's gone, by the way? In Chicago?
You can't coach him. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. That's why. That's why NBA. There we go. I was in the wrong thing where the stats were. You got to get into the right thing where all the stats are. There we go. Okay, everybody got to see how I did that, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Anyway, it's got the T-Wolves 11-3. The Thunder are now 11-5. Nuggets are 10-5.
11-4.
The Nuggets are 11. What?
Minnesota's 11-4.
They lost tonight.
Yes.
So the Thunder 11-4. The T-Wolves 11-4. We're 11-5. They're 11-4. The Nuggets are 10-5. The Mavs are 10-5. Unless they both win, I don't know what the scores were tonight.
If you want me here, let me
give us the breakdown.
Yeah. Okay. So Minnesota 11-4. OKC's in the 2 spot, 11-5. Dallas in the 3 spot, 10-5. Phoenix in the 4 spot, 10-6. Denver in the 5 spot, 10-6.
So Denver has lost. So the Nuggets have lost 2 in a row, and the Suns have won 6 in a row.
Yep. Let's see. Sacramento in the 6th spot, 9-6.
Winners of winner of 1 in a row. Lakers.
Houston's in the 7th spot at 8-6.
8-6. Winners of 2 in a row.
New Orleans is in the 8th spot at 9-7.
Wow.
And the Lakers are in the 9th spot at 9-7. And Golden State's in the 10th spot at 8-9. And then Clippers 6-8, Portland 4-11.
Well, where are the Kings at?
6th spot, 9-6.
Okay, so they're 9-6, and then the 7th spot are the Rockets, the 8th spot's the Lakers, the 9th spot's the Pelicans, and the 10th spot will be Golden State.
8 spots Pelicans, 9 spots Lakers.
Okay.
Both have the same record, though.
Okay, yeah. Golden State is 10th spot, right?
Yep, 8 and 9.
Okay, yeah. So I'll fix that. That'll be on Monday. We'll have that all squared away on the Unpopular Hour. We'll have all that done. But anyway, I don't know why I didn't have the NBA standings up here. That makes no sense why I don't have the standings on the Thunder side of it, but I do on the other side. So, but they're there now, so we'll be able to update that every time that we do a show. What is your big takeaway from today's show or today's game?
Well, more of the same. The coach doesn't know what he's doing. But I think that we played despite our. We didn't shoot the ball very well.
No, we didn't.
Chet was really the only one that shot the ball well. SGA shot the ball well, but not like SGA normally does.
He does. If he's shooting under 50-something%, he doesn't shoot the ball well. He's not shooting the ball well.
Right. But I like the J. Will Chet combination. I hope they continue that.
Yes.
We'll see. I don't know, man. This team. I still think we're just a little. I mean, we're gonna win some games, and we're gonna hopefully make a run to the playoffs. Maybe at least second round. But I think we're still a year away. We're still a couple pieces away from being a true contender, I believe. I mean, that comes with development too. I mean, once Chet gets a few more games under him and the team starts playing, with J-Dub and when the top four guys get more games together, I mean, it's going to help, obviously.
Agreed, 100%.
But yeah, it's fun to watch, man. This team is real fun to watch. I mean, because they're never out of the game. It seems like never.
Well, that's because defensively we get ourselves back in once he puts in the right lineups. And what we're trying to tell y'all is I like the coach as a and he seems like a nice guy. I can't listen to him talk because I don't believe a word that's coming out of his damn mouth. And sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, and then I realize the audience doesn't really know basketball, so. They know more football than they do. The Oklahoma Thunder audience know more about football than they do basketball. So whatever the Thunder say, they just take it for, like it's gospel. It's whatever they say, that's what's going on, and it's not true. And when I watch our team, it's like, you're right, our shooting coach has made a huge difference in everybody's shot. 100%. That's why he's the best shooting coach in the league. He's made a difference on everybody. The problem is, I think, with Josh and the stuff that happened with Josh, probably messed him up a little bit and messed the Thunder up too, I think. You know what I'm saying? It comes out right before we played the Sixers, instead of the Bulls. Okay. That matters. And then J-Dub having a hip injury. I don't know how long that's going to last, but all I know is he was fine. Yeah, he played 37 minutes, and then he didn't play the next day, and didn't play the next game, and the next game because of hip injury. And I don't know, he must have got it on. He must have stepped off the court. He'll slipped in the shower or something, whatever. That's how he hurt himself, because he played 37 minutes the night before, and he had played since.
You know what happened, right? He had a walkthrough the next day, and SGA hip checked. That's what happened.
Hip checked him. Hip checked. Real good one. That's good. Hip check. It's not hockey. Ben Dillman with the high stick Harry would appreciate the hip check. He would like that. But anyway, to wrap things up, I want to thank the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Give them congratulations for winning, making it to the Big 12 championship game against Texas next Saturday at 11 a.m.
Poke 'em horns.
Next Saturday, dude. Really, you're gonna cheer for Texas? You're going to cheer. You are cheering for Texas. No matter how much I dislike OU, I am not cheering for Texas under any circumstance against OU. That is not happening. Okay.
The enemy of my enemy?
No, they're my enemy. I'm still not going to mean. I'm not going to cheer for Texas over OU at any point, ever. Ever. Okay? That's not happening. But OU fans will cheer for Texas over OU. I know. The pure OU fans would never cheer for Texas over Oklahoma State. They would cheer for I know, but they'll cheer for Oklahoma State. They do not want Texas winning the Big 12 to go to the SEC as Big 12 champions. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want that. They're going to be cheering for us, so cheering for Oklahoma State. That being said, I want to thank the Thunder for following what we do, because it seems like for the last year, a little over a year, every time I brought up some controversy or said some things within a week, 2 weeks, whatever issue I said was there was no longer there. So it usually lasts about 3 or 4 games. Whatever issues I bring up usually are gone in about 2 to 3 games, 4 games. It's weird. You can ask Mark Long about it.
Except for Dagnall.
Well, but, that's not going to happen. Even though, at some point, you have an MVP caliber player that you're not playing like an MVP caliber player. Now, you look at he played 36 minutes, but it's when you play him. It should have been a 40-minute night, not a 37-minute night. Or you see what I'm saying? There's nights he's got to go to 40 minutes. They went to 40 minutes with Tyrese Maxey. You got to match what they're doing. It's a matchup thing. And the difference is in 50-50 games, he's trying to develop players. They're trying to win games.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to drop a game, because a game dropped is huge. You got to win every 50-50 game that you're supposed to, that you have a chance to win, or at least win 70% or 60% of your 50-50s. Then you got to, at least on the other side, beat 80% of the games that you're supposed to win. Because you're not going to win every game and beat every team you're supposed to beat. That's not going to happen. So you got to win 80% of those, but you got to win 60 to 70% of your 50-50 games in order to be a top-tier team. You can't afford to drop a game, especially to a West Conference. But, that's our, second loss against the East? Where we at, 5?
Only our first loss against the East.
Is it our first loss? Yeah, our first loss. So we're at 5-1, 6-1 against the East?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. So my takeaways are, dude, we understand that you're a developmental coach. But, guy, you need to stop. You're hurting the team by the lineups that you play, because clearly when you're trying to win or the game gets whatever, you play the guys you're supposed to play. Well, why the hell you aren't playing them anyway? Why do you wait till we get behind? Why do you put us in a position and then you got to get us out of the position that you put us in because of the lineups you play? It makes no sense. Instead of playing the lineups you should be playing in order for us to win, you're playing lineups that you think you can get away with it because we're up 8. And that's what he does. He's sitting there looking like, oh, we're up 8 or we're up 15. Oh, I can sit him a little longer. No, play him. He doesn't understand. He's like Billy Donovan. They're stuck in the way this is their rotation and this is what they're going to do. And it's going to what did it get Billy Donovan? He should have got fired 2 or 3 years before he got fired. And he ain't going to last because this is the deal. In the NBA outside of Oklahoma City, you can get away with stuff as a coach. You can't get away with nowhere else. And you think about the Milwaukee Bucks. They went to the finals or the conference finals. One is still, and the coach they had is gone. If you're not going to get the guys to the next level, you can't keep holding on because your window is your window. And right now, we're the youngest team in the league. You've got one of the top 5 players in the league. You've got a couple of the good guys. J-Dub coming up. You got Josh coming up. You got Chet, going, getting better and better. You got these guys, Isaiah Joe stepping up. So you got a team, but instead of you trying to mold this team and putting everywhere in the spots to make us successful, you're trying to build J-Dub up to be something that he's not.
Right.
And then what did that do? Now, because of your thought process, you caused drama on a team that didn't need to have drama. And then tonight you got completely out-coached by a coach who understands 50-50 games, and you're sitting over trying to develop players. Jang shouldn't see the court unless it's a blowout. Lindy Waters should never see the court unless it's a blowout. They should never be on the court at any time of significant minutes at all.
I'd rather have your boy Shackelford out there.
Anybody. But my thing is this. Jang should not be in front of K. Rich, J. Will, Chet, Wiggins. He should not be in front of any of those guys. He should not be in front of any of those 4 guys. He should not be playing in front of them at any time because that means one of those 4. Well, because that means one of those 4 you're playing him instead of one of those 4 guys. That's what that says. That's what you're saying.
And that's it. We need to stick with that 10 and then maybe Bertans and Mikic if we need them.
Now, what I'm saying is if you're playing against the Bulls or something like that, yeah, okay. But against the Sixers, against the T-Wolves, against the Lakers, against Golden State, against the Nuggets, against the Kings, against the Celtics, against how about those Magic? Against the Indiana Pacers, dude, you can't play those guys. You got to go 10 deep. That's it. You got to play your best 10, and you got to play them all. Like, listen, Nick Nurse put it to you, guy. All 5 starters played over 30 minutes. You had 2 guys that played 30 minutes. The rest of them played 25. They had 5 starters in 30 minutes. Why? Because they're trying to win the game. You're trying to develop players. You're a minutes manager. He's trying to win a game. That's the difference between the Thunder coach and a coach who can understand and wants to win a championship. That's the difference. One is managing minutes. One is trying to manage the game and get games when he can. That's what they're doing. And he's going to consistently get taken advantage of by coaches like that because they know what he's going to do versus what they're going to do. So, matchups.
Yep.
All right, brother. I'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend, my friend.
You too, man.
All right, stay out of trouble. That's my guy, Nathan Taylor of YMB. coming on and doing his analysis, getting better and better and better, by the way, at it. And that being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic night. Try to stay warm and try to stay dry for tomorrow because, it's going to be cold again tomorrow. So that being said, congratulations to the